A particle moves along a straight line with the equation of motion, which is s equals the function of t, where s is measured in meters and t is in seconds. We want to find the velocity and the speed at when t is equal to 5. So for this particular question, we want to make sure that we use the definition of the derivative. And the definition of derivative is saying that we want to take the limit as h approaches 0 of the function f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. So what we want to do is we want to find out, okay, what is the velocity at when t is equal to 5? Okay, which means we want to find f prime of when a is equal to 5. So now we're going to use our definition. So the definition then would state the following. We would have the limit as h approaches 0 of the function that has the input 5 plus h minus f of 5 divided by h. So let's go ahead and then plug our values in. So therefore, we know that we want to find the limit as h approaches 0. And so 5 plus h is going to be the input for that function. So for the first part, we know that this is going to be 120 plus 50 times 5 plus h minus 4.7 times 5 plus h squared. And then minus, we want to find f of 5 when 5 is the input on that function. So it's going to be minus 120 plus 50 times 5 minus 4.7 times 5 squared, and then we want to divide it by h. Okay, so now let's go ahead and simplify this. So we have the limit as h approaches 0. So we have 120. We're going to distribute the 50. 50 times 5 gives us 250. 50 times h is plus 50h. And then this is minus 4.7. We're going to go ahead and FOIL 5 plus h squared, which is the same thing as saying h squared plus 10h plus 25. And then minus over here we have 120 plus 50 times 5, which is 250, minus 4.7 times 5 squared, which is 25, gives us 117.5. And then we're dividing everything by h. Okay, now we're going to distribute this and then combine like terms. So we have the limit as h approaches 0 of 120 plus 250 plus 50h minus 4.7 h squared. Distribute that, gives us minus 47h. Negative 4.7 times 25 gives us negative 117.5. Okay, if we distribute the sign, we get minus 120 minus 250 plus 117.5. And then we're going to divide that by h. So now what can we simplify in the numerator. Well, if we combine like terms, we can see that 120 minus 120 is 0. 250 minus 250 is 0. Minus 117.5 plus 117.5 is also going to give us 0. And then we can combine like terms. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. So we have negative 4.7h squared. 50h minus 47h is plus 3h. And then we're going to divide that by h. Now the next part, we still need to factor this out, so we're going to factor out the h in the numerator. So we have the limit as h approaches 0. Factor out the h, and what we have left is negative 4.7h plus 3 divided by h. And then we can simplify the h. Now what we want to do is we want to find the limit as h approaches 0 of the function negative 4.7h plus 3. Now when we evaluate that function as h approaches 0, we're going to get negative 4.7 times 0 plus 3, which is equal to 3. And that represents 3 meters per second. So then we would say the following: the speed when t is equal to 5 is the absolute value of 3, because we want the speed to be positive. We're not going to have a negative speed, which then equals 3 meters per second.